All right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the October 7th edition of the DH podcast. We've seen a lot more viewership coming into the podcast, and I know that we always talk about how we have the Hi5 series over on YouTube. So if this is your first time just joining us, I am appreciative and I am grateful for you joining us. So a little bit of a lowdown is that we try to take some of the top 5 things to know about every Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning. And today's Wednesday morning. So it's October 7th, and we're just going to run through the top 5 things. Some of them might be important, some of them might be on the back burner, but things to look forward to, or things that we need to keep in the back of our mind as we enter the next few weeks, anything like that. So, first off is the NBA Finals. Miami scratched and clawed, but with all their injuries, they're down 3-1. I think a lot of people are expecting a gentleman's sweep. I've still had Lakers in 6 the entire time, even before I knew about the injuries. So, for my own sanity, I wouldn't hate seeing that. But it looks like LeBron James is going to shut the door because he's this close. I think he's going to have to. He's going to have to really just dominate the boards tomorrow in order to get it. But he's very close to averaging a triple double in the finals. So I think it's like 27 points, 12 rebounds, 12 assists, 9 rebounds. That's what it is. Somewhere right in that ballpark. So watch for him because he's going to try and Russell Westbrook it. He wants that triple-double because people are going to say that this is a fraud season. It's going to happen. But regardless, whoever came out of the bubble, you have to show them the respect because they did what nobody else could. We've never seen a season like this. I hope we never see a season like this again. They came in, they did their work, they dominated. They were the first ones, along with the Bucks, to lock up their number 1 seeds, and then they only let teams get 1 game on them every last single leg of the playoff. No series of the Lakers thus far has gone to 6. So they're hoping to continue that trend, get the Larry O'Brien, and get the hell out of Orlando because they've been there for months and they're tired of being there. Number 2, NHL draft happened last night, and while the first pick for the Rangers, they selected Alexis Lafreniere. That was not bad. Not bad. Somebody's going to be like, dude, it's trash pronunciation. It's fine. You know exactly what I'm talking about, though. Absolute stud out of France. But the thing that stole the show was not Alexis. The person that stole the show was Alex Trebek. For the 3rd pick in the draft, the Senators used Alex Trebek or asked him to participate or be a part of their announcement ceremony for the 3rd pick, since, again, everything's going virtual. And so they took Tim Stützle, yeah. And that he's German, so of course I'm going to botch all these names too. Whatever. You know exactly what I mean. Trebek stole the show. It's good to see that he's still feeling spry. He's still doing his thing. He's been crushing chemo, technically in remission, but of course at that age, the percentage of the cancer coming back is at an all-time high. So keep that in mind, folks. Number 3 on the list. 2 more Tennessee Titans, I should say, and then 1 Patriot in Gilmore tested positive for COVID. So that means that they're out again for this week. So Cam Newton is going to be serving his 2nd sentence and then now you're going to have these other Titans players along with Stephon Gilmore that are also now going to be serving 2-week stints for COVID remission. Titans are being looked at heavily. I think it's gone through a lot of their team now. I think if you were to take an antibody test of that team, it's going to be over 90% positive antibodies. And then apart from that, if it's not 90% positive antibodies, then we may begin to see some false positives. So hope not, but we have seen that problem. I think it was Kirk Cousins that had Stafford that had the false positives. That's exactly what it was. Number 4, in a shocking turn of events, one that was suspected, but one that I think could not be more stupid, if possible, is Kyle Allen will get the start for the Washington football team this week. I think that could not be more dumb, frankly. I get that Dwayne Haskins is not performing to perfection. I understand it. Trust me, I am a Browns fan. We have an entire jersey that is now a tunic of quarterbacks since 1999 that have not worked out. And when I'm talking over 15, I'm talking over 15, people. It just runs right down the back. You can't even see the numbers. So it hurts. It hurts. It is not fun. But what people need to do is when they have a talented quarterback, they need to be able to ride it out. Dwayne Haskins is talented. He's taking that terrible offense with only Terry McLaurin, only Scary Terry, and actually being able to show production. Are they 1-3? Yes. Did you expect them to win one game? No, not really. No, you didn't. Ron Rivera is a great coach, and I'm sure that all the players are really happy that he's there. I mean, the guy is so dedicated to this team that he's taking IVs at halftime for his cancer. For his cancer. The dedication is there. The hard work is there. But now what you need to do is you need to build. You need to put pieces in. You need to bring other talent to the team. You need to show them, hey, look at this. We're working our ass off. We need a couple pieces. We can take this 1 to 3 win team that we're going to see here in 2020 to a 500 team next year. Do you see how easy the NFC East is? We can demolish it. We can crush it. And so by showing that hard-nosed, grinding, blue-collar mentality that they have, they should be able to bring in other talent in the free agent market to join the talent that they're bringing in with their higher draft picks. So giving up on Dwayne Haskins, I think, is a huge mistake. I think Dwayne Haskins has a great potential to be similar to Teddy Bridgewater. A great locker room guy, somebody that every player respects, somebody that every player likes, and somebody that can get the job done. Is it Aaron Rodgers? No. Is it Russell Wilson? No. But serviceable is still really freaking tough to find in the NFL. So you gotta find it. And you have that in Haskins. He's serviceable. You know who the hell isn't serviceable? Kyle Allen. Kyle Allen is the, almost every time I do it, is the football team starter this week. He is the Washington football team starter. And he had, I know they're one apart from each other. I believe it was 29 touchdowns, 28 interceptions. I think we were right. I know that they were within one. I could be, it could be 28, 27. You know exactly what I mean in the sense that he's not good. He's not even serviceable. I would rather have Nathan Peterman than Kyle Allen. It's mind-boggling that we do this shit. Mind-boggling. So, and also, he had a QBR less than 40 last season. So, I know that he didn't play every snap. I get it. But still, I mean, let's be realistic. Because you know who, now that Haskins is down to 3rd in the depth chart, let's take a look at who number 2 is. You're right. Number 2 is Alex Smith. Everybody loves Alex Smith. We don't hear a bad word about Alex Smith. He is great. If you watch that E60, which was not easy to watch, very gory, very graphic, that he's going to turn to dust. Alex Smith is awesome, and for as long as I've been watching football, Alex Smith has been on the field. He's been a staple of the NFL for the time when I've been watching. But I'm legitimately afraid this man will turn to dust when he gets hit. They're playing the Rams this week. They're playing the Rams. Here, let me give you a scenario. It's the middle third quarter. Kyle Allen goes out. He popped out his collarbone. They're going to have to take him in the locker room. So, I don't know. That means Alex Smith is going to have to take about 15 to 20 snaps before we can see Kyle Allen come back in to retake the reins. Well, you know who's across the line is goddamn Aaron Donald. Why am I mixing players' names? Why am I mixing? Aaron Donald. It's ludicrous. I'm illiterate. Aaron Donald is staring him down like a cheetah hunts a wounded gazelle. It's unfathomable to me. I'm happy that he's back. I would pay him just to be a quarterback's coach. And he might leave the team, and that's okay. But at least he doesn't die on my watch. Alex Smith is such a good dude, and he's a badass. I don't want to see him get hurt. But at the end of the day, as much as I hate to say it, it's obviously his choice. He can take those toothpick legs out there, and if he wants them snapped again, then that's his damn prerogative. And I'll tip my hat, I'll respect it, I'll cheer for him because, again, nobody dislikes Alex Smith. You might not like the way he plays, but as a person, everybody loves Alex Smith. So I'm more feeling like a worried parent about their kid going off to grad school after they just barely made it out alive in college. I don't know. That's just me. As we round the corner to number 5, we end the night, we end the morning. It's a bad day today. We end the time with Thursday Night Football coming up. So between now and our next High Five, we will see Thursday Night Football. But a little bit of a preview. Bucks travel to Bearweather. There is no dome in Soldier Field, and that's the way the fans like it. Simple as that. If my weather app is correct, and obviously it's Chicago, it can change within the blink of an eye. It was low 70s. It's not necessarily bear weather. Bear weather, high 50s, low 60s. A little bit of a wind in the air. Brady's coming off one of his best games, and actually, I would argue his best game as a Buccaneer. Like a fine wine, he's only getting better. Lost the first one, won the next 3. Last Sunday, he had 5 different touchdowns to 5 different people. That's what you call consistency. So I am worried because I do not think that Nick Foles can keep up. He had to when he needed to in the Super Bowl and did that Philly. Is not needed right now. So that's one thing that I'd be keeping an eye on because I'm really excited about this Thursday Night Football. You get both of these teams coming off short rest. They both played last Sunday, so they're really having to gear up to get back into it. The Bears took their first loss to the Colts, so if they learn anything, then maybe we might see an emergence of Fournette because the Bears' run defense was really bad. Jonathan Taylor did a good job of busting through holes, getting through men, and making sure that they could get those first downs. Their run defense was not up to par, up to what we typically think a Bears defense should be. So if the Bucs learn anything, they're going to try to expose that. And what's going to be great about it is you're going to have so many players for the Bears draw back because they have so many more receiving options than the Colts did. I mean, Mike Evans is back, O.G. Howard, Gronk, sure, I guess. But the amount of weapons that Brady has will force those defensive players back and then not crowd the line, even when they're setting up under center. So it's not a perfect read that just because they're setting up under center doesn't mean they're going to run it. Not at all. Brady's got plenty of experience, plenty of time to just take literally a second and a half, fade it, have somebody meet the ball. Simple as that. So I am expecting a Bucs win. Depending upon the weather, I don't know if they'll cover. This team coming up from Florida, I don't know if they'll cover. But the last time I checked, the over-under was at 43 and a half. That's a good over. It's a good over. That's a comfortable over, especially with the amount of points that the Bucs alone put on the board last week. So alone, they put over 30 points. So be confident in that. But all right, everybody, that is another edition of the High Five series. Today is October 10th. My name is Nick. Thank you all for taking the time to tune in, and we will catch you all soon. Have a great day, everybody.